every breath you've taken, all 23,000 today, held the power to transform your reality, but you never noticed? This automatic, overlooked act, this simple in and out, has the potential to flip your entire existence upside down. Not tomorrow, not after years of practice. Right now, with your very next breath. The world has convinced you that breathing is just breathing, a biological necessity. Nothing special. But in the Himalayas, a legendary brotherhood of yogis survived sub-zero blizzards by commanding their breath to generate internal fire. Heat so intense, scientists still can't fully explain it. Across ancient China, Taoist masters used Qigong to draw in qi, vital life force, through controlled breathing, fueling feats of strength and longevity that defied conventional limits of the human body. Today, modern scientists, including Dr. Andrew Huberman, are now proving what ancient masters knew. Harnessing your breath can rewire your brain, curb stress, and even slow the aging process. The wisdom wasn't mystical after all. It was biological. But here's what they don't teach you. Your breath isn't just about survival. It's the thread linking your physical and spiritual existence, a gateway to depths of consciousness most people never access in their lifetime. Think of those moments when fear grips you. Your breathing changes, doesn't it? It becomes shallow, quick, almost panicked, your body preparing for danger. Your reality narrows to tunnel vision. Now recall sitting by a quiet lake at sunrise. Your breathing slows, deepens, becomes gentle. Your perception expands, colors brighten, time stretches. Your very reality transforms through nothing but the rhythm of your breath. The ancient ones mapped 3 energy channels within us. Ida, the calming lunar current. Pingala, the energizing solar force. And between them, Sushumna, the central pathway of spiritual awakening. These aren't mystical fantasies. They're roadmaps to states of consciousness accessible through your breath. Most people live their entire lives breathing in patterns that keep them trapped in stress, anxiety, and mental fog, never realizing they hold the key to their own transformation. Your breath isn't just sustaining your life, it's determining the quality of your existence. What if your next breath could be the threshold between who you've always been and who you're capable of becoming? What if the key to unlocking extraordinary energy, clarity, and presence has been with you since the moment of your birth? This isn't New Age fantasy. From the snow-capped Himalayas to indigenous tribes of the Americas, from ancient China to modern neuroscience labs, diverse cultures separated by time and geography have independently discovered the same profound truth. The breath is the master key to the human experience. Science now confirms the ancient wisdom. Your breath directly influences your nervous system, heart rate, brain waves, hormone balance, and even gene expression. When you change your breath, you literally change your biochemical reality, and with it, your experience of existence. We live in a world that has forgotten how to breathe. We've outsourced our well-being to external solutions, while neglecting the most powerful tool already within us. Our collective disconnection from this fundamental force has created a pandemic of stress, anxiety, and spiritual emptiness. But there is a way back to power, a revolutionary 5-step protocol that brings ancient mastery into modern living. This isn't about mystical enlightenment reserved for monks on mountaintops. This is practical energy mastery for people living in the real world. Imagine moving from constant fatigue to boundless energy, from scattered attention to laser focus, from anxious reactivity to calm power, not through years of discipline, but through mastering the breath you're already taking thousands of times each day. Your mind creates imagery. Your breath directs energy. When these forces unite, when visualization joins with conscious breathing, you gain the power to not just navigate reality, but to actively shape it. This is the forgotten science of energy mastery that transcends cultural boundaries and time itself. The journey of transformation begins with a single conscious breath. Over the next 40 days, you'll progressively reclaim the power that has always been yours. A power that doesn't require special genes, elite training, or decades of practice. Only your commitment to remember what your body never forgot. So now the question isn't whether this power exists. The evidence spans millennia and continents. The question is, will you continue breathing unconsciously, letting this force run on autopilot? Or will you take the next breath with full awareness and begin the journey that has transformed the lives of masters throughout history? The choice and the power is in your hands. The revolution begins with your very next breath. The first gateway is awareness. Most people go decades without truly noticing their breath. Start by simply witnessing. Is your breath shallow or deep? Fast or slow? Does it flow or feel restricted? Without judgment, become the observer of this constant dance that's been happening without your conscious attention. The modern world assaults your attention. Traffic jams, work deadlines, relationship tensions, pulling you out of your body and into a hurricane of thought. But what if each stressful trigger became an invitation back to your breath? This simple pivot transforms crisis into opportunity, reaction into power. Most humans live in reaction, stimulus and response, with no space between. But masters throughout history discovered that a single conscious breath creates a crucial gap. The difference between being controlled by circumstances and wielding the power to choose your response. This gap is where your freedom lives. Your current breathing pattern is likely reinforcing your current reality. Chest breathing fuels anxiety and stress. Belly breathing activates relaxation and healing. Full yogic breathing awakens dormant energy and higher awareness. Your pattern becomes your state, and your state becomes your life. The second gateway is balance. Modern life has thrown your internal systems into chaos. Sympathetic overdrive, constant alert, never truly at rest. Through specific breathing ratios, like inhaling for 4, holding for 2, exhaling for 6, Holding for 2. You recalibrate your entire nervous system, finding the sweet spot between alertness and calm. This isn't relaxation, it's optimal performance. The greatest performers, from elite athletes to master meditators, share one fundamental skill: the ability to switch between high energy and deep recovery at will. While others remain stuck in chronic stress or lethargy, they've learned to surf the full spectrum of human capacity through breath control. This mastery is now within your reach. Here's a technique used by Navy SEALs in combat zones and Fortune 500 executives before crucial negotiations. Box breathing. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4. Exhale for 4, hold for 4. This simple pattern bypasses your stress response and activates the vagus nerve, your body's built-in reset button. 3 minutes of this transforms your biochemistry and your perception. The third gateway is grounding. In a world of digital distraction and constant stimulation, many live from the neck up, disconnected from their bodies and the earth beneath them. Specific breath practices direct energy downward, rooting you to the present moment and the physical world. This isn't an escape from reality. It's full embodiment of it. Have you noticed how differently you feel after walking barefoot on beach sand versus spending hours under fluorescent office lights? That's not imagination. It's your body responding to connection or disconnection from the Earth's electromagnetic field. Specific breath techniques enhance this natural connection, rapidly shifting you from anxious overthinking to embodied presence. Try this now. Imagine your breath flowing down through your body into the earth as you inhale, as if you're drawing energy from the planet's core. As you exhale, feel that energy spreading through your lower body, rooting you like a mighty tree. With each cycle, you become more present, more embodied, more here. This is the earth breath, and just 30 seconds transforms your entire presence. The fourth gateway is focusing. In an age of fragmented attention and cognitive overload, your power of concentration has been systematically eroded. Breath-based focusing techniques rapidly clear mental fog and direct your energy towards single-pointed awareness, the foundation of all elite performance, creativity, and manifestation. Your ancestors could focus for hours on a single task, entering states of flow and mastery that seem almost mythical today. What's changed isn't your brain, it's your breath. The scattered, shallow breathing pattern of the digital age creates scattered, shallow attention. Reclaim your natural focus by reclaiming your natural breath. Here's a technique that ancient archers and modern surgeons share. Arrow breath. Inhale slowly while visualizing energy gathering at your center. Hold briefly at the top. Then, exhale forcefully through pursed lips, directing all your energy toward your chosen focus point. Feel your attention become arrow-like, clear, sharp, unstoppable. 3 rounds of this transforms scattered thoughts into laser precision. The fifth gateway is renewal. Modern life depletes your energy through constant output with minimal input. Like trying to drive a car without refueling, this leads to chronic fatigue, burnout and disconnection. Specific breath practices activate your body's natural regenerative systems, allowing you to produce and channel energy at will, rather than merely conserving what little remains. The epidemic of fatigue and burnout isn't just about work hours or responsibilities. It's about breathing patterns that fail to activate your parasympathetic recovery systems. While stimulants offer temporary relief, conscious breathing delivers sustainable energy by balancing your output with proper input. This isn't just rest, it's active regeneration. Try this now to instantly recharge. Inhale vigorously through your nose while raising your arms above your head. Hold for a moment at the top. Then exhale forcefully through your mouth as your arms sweep down and back up in a circular motion. 3 rounds of this vitality breath floods your system with oxygen, stimulates your vagus nerve, and resets your energy baseline in less than 30 seconds. These 5 gateways, awareness, balance, grounding, focusing, and renewal, form a complete system of energy mastery. While ancient traditions separated these teachings or shrouded them in complex practices, we've distilled the essentials into a practical protocol anyone can implement. No mysticism required, just your attention and your breath. The goal isn't becoming dependent on techniques, but rather integrating conscious breathing so deeply that it becomes your new normal. Consider elite athletes. They don't think about proper form during the championship game. They've internalized it through practice until it's simply who they are. Your relationship with breath will follow this same evolution. The journey before you spans 40 days, not by accident. Across cultures and throughout history, 40 days consistently appears as the threshold for profound transformation. Your commitment doesn't require hours each day, just moments of conscious attention strategically placed. Each day builds upon the last, creating neural pathways and new energetic patterns that replace old, limiting ones. The revolution of breath awaits your participation, not as some distant aspiration, but as your birthright, available with your very next inhale. The question isn't whether this transformation is possible for you. The question is, are you ready to remember what your body never forgot? The gateway to mastery opens with a single conscious breath. Your journey begins now. Our 40-day journey unfolds in 4 distinct phases, each building upon the last. Days 1 through 10 focus on awakening basic awareness. Days 11 through 20 develop technical building blocks. Days 21 through 30 emphasize integration into daily life. And days 31 through 40 cultivate mastery and spontaneous flow. This progressive approach ensures sustainable transformation rather than temporary change. Day 1 begins with a deceptively simple practice: 3 conscious breaths. Upon waking, before meals, during transitions, and before sleep, pause and take 3 complete breaths with full awareness. Notice the sensation of air entering your nostrils, the expansion of your lungs, the pause at the top, the release. This small act breaks the spell of unconscious living and plants the seeds of transformation. By day 5, you'll implement the 3-minute reset, a practice that literally rewires your nervous system in 180 seconds. When stress or mental fog strikes, you'll breathe in for a count of 6, hold for a count of 2, then exhale for a count of 7. 5 rounds of this pattern activates your parasympathetic system and bathes your brain in clarity-enhancing neurochemicals. What previously derailed your entire day now becomes a gateway to greater presence. As you progress, expect to encounter 3 common obstacles. First is forgetfulness. Simply place visual reminders in your environment or set gentle alarms. Second is discomfort. Remember that sensation is not suffering. Stay curious about the feeling. Third is impatience. The desire for immediate results will sabotage your practice. Trust the process that has transformed countless lives before yours. By day 12, you'll discover the power of energy channel activation through a technique called Nadi Shodhana. Using your thumb and ring finger to alternate breathing between nostrils, you'll balance the Ida and Pingala, your cooling and heating energetic pathways. This ancient practice creates whole brain integration, dissolving the artificial division between your analytical and creative capacities. Just 3 minutes reveals mental clarity you may have never experienced before. Day 18 introduces you to energy expansion through the breath of fire, a rapid, rhythmic breathing pattern that ancient yogis used to break through energy blockages and ignite dormant potential. This practice creates internal heat, detoxifies your system, and floods your cells with revitalizing energy. Begin with just 30 seconds and progressively build to 3 minutes. The immediate surge of clarity and vitality reveals why this technique has been jealously guarded through the centuries. By day 21, a remarkable shift occurs. Conscious breathing begins to integrate into your everyday activities without deliberate effort. While walking, you'll naturally drop into rhythmic breathing. During conversations, you'll notice deeper breaths before responding. In moments of challenge, your system will automatically seek balance through breath. This isn't coincidence. It's rewired neural circuitry, creating a new baseline of embodied presence throughout your day. Day 25 introduces heart-mind coherence, a practice that synchronizes your cardiac and neural rhythms. Place your attention on your heart area while breathing slowly and deeply, imagining breath flowing directly into and out of your heart center. As you maintain this focus, your heart and brain establish a coherent communication pattern that optimizes your entire system. This state of coherence is the physiological foundation of what ancient traditions called wisdom and what modern performance experts call the zone. By day 30, your practice expands beyond personal well-being to influence your surroundings. The coherent energy field you develop through conscious breathing extends beyond your physical body, affecting plants, animals, and people around you. Notice how conversations naturally deepen, creative solutions arise more frequently, and tensions dissipate in your presence. This isn't mystical projection. It's the measurable phenomenon of field coherence. Your regulated nervous system begins to regulate those around you, without a word being spoken. Day 35 reveals the practice of energy direction, combining breath with clear intention. As you inhale, visualize golden light gathering at your center. As you hold the breath briefly, infuse this energy with your specific intention. As you exhale, direct this charged energy toward your goal, whether healing a specific part of your body, empowering a creative project, or transforming a relationship. This isn't wishful thinking. It's the focused application of your field's coherent energy toward meaningful outcomes. By day 40, conscious breathing is no longer a practice you do. It's who you are. The techniques dissolve into spontaneous wisdom. Your system naturally knows what kind of breath is needed in each moment. In stressful situations, you automatically deepen your breath. When focus is required, your breathing naturally becomes rhythmic and coherent. The master doesn't think about what technique to apply. Their body-mind intelligence responds appropriately, without deliberation. This is true mastery, not rigid control, but spontaneous wisdom. Meet Emily, a marketing executive whose chronic anxiety and insomnia had resisted years of traditional approaches. I was skeptical that something as simple as breathing differently could help when medication and therapy had limited effects, she recalls. After just 10 days of conscious breathing practice, her sleep quality had doubled. By day 25, colleagues commented on her newfound calm under pressure. What amazed me most was how these tiny practices, just minutes per day, created such profound changes in areas of my life I'd been struggling with for years. Michael, a software developer and amateur musician, found his creative well running dry amid mounting work pressure. I was burning out, unable to focus at work, and completely blocked creatively, he shares. He began with simple breath awareness during his commute and added specific techniques during coding sessions. Within 3 weeks, not only could I maintain focus for hours without mental fatigue, but musical ideas started flowing again after months of nothing. By day 40, he'd completed both a major work project ahead of schedule and composed a new song collection, all while working fewer hours and feeling more energized. Sarah sought breath practices, not for herself, but to cope with a challenging relationship with her teenage daughter. Every conversation ended in argument. I'd react to her attitude, she'd escalate, and we'd both end up hurt, she explains. Starting with the 3-minute reset before difficult conversations, Sarah created space between triggers and responses. I realized I was bringing past tensions into each new interaction. By week 4, she could maintain presence even when provoked. Yesterday, she slammed the door during an argument, but instead of chasing and escalating, I used breath to stay centered. 20 minutes later, she came back and actually talked to me. Really talked, for the first time in months. What begins as personal practice inevitably becomes community transformation. Across the world, breath communities are forming. In workplaces, neighborhoods, families, and online spaces. When multiple people practice coherent breathing together, their fields synchronize and amplify, creating effects greater than the sum of individual practices. Research shows that groups practicing together experience enhanced creativity, deeper connection, and more rapid individual transformation. Your journey need not be solitary. Sharing these practices multiplies their impact. We stand at a pivotal moment in human history, a collective threshold where ancient wisdom and modern science converge to offer a new possibility. The old paradigm of disconnection, depletion, and mechanistic thinking is giving way to an emerging understanding of coherence, energy, and interconnection. Breath sits at the center of this shift, both symbolically and practically, as the most accessible portal between these worlds. This isn't just personal transformation, it's evolutionary adaptation to a rapidly changing reality. Your next breath is always a choice, even if you've never seen it that way before. Continue breathing unconsciously, and you remain within the limited parameters of your current experience. Bring awareness and intention to that same breath, and you step into a vastly expanded field of possibility. This choice is available to you in every moment of every day, not in some distant future when conditions are perfect, but right now, with the very next breath you take. The 40-day journey awaits your decision. Not a perfect commitment, but an honest one. Not a declaration that you'll never falter, but that you'll return when you do. The most powerful commitments are made not from rigid discipline, but from genuine curiosity about what's possible. What if you devoted just minutes each day to remembering this fundamental power that's been within you since birth? What dormant capacities might awaken? What limitations might dissolve? These answers await you on the other side of commitment. Your journey begins not tomorrow, not after finishing this video, but now. With a single conscious breath, place your hand on your abdomen. Allow your breath to deepen naturally, feeling your belly expand on the inhale and relax on the exhale. Bring your complete attention to this breath, not changing it, just witnessing it fully. This simple act contains the seed of all that is to come. This is how masters began. This is how transformation starts, not with complexity, but with profound simplicity. Remember that your transformation extends beyond you. Each breath you master sends ripples through the collective field. Each moment of presence you embody invites others to discover their own. This isn't just your revolution, it's ours. From the Himalayan peaks to modern laboratories, from ancient temples to contemporary living rooms, the wisdom of breath transcends all boundaries. The masters of old knew what science now confirms. The gateway to transformation has been with you all along. The revolution begins and continues with your breath. As your personal practice deepens, you may find yourself drawn to connect with others. The breath revolution thrives on community. When individuals come together to breathe consciously, they create a collective energy that amplifies transformation for all. This isn't just about individual mastery. It's about weaving a fabric of consciousness that elevates everyone involved. Community workshops become spaces of profound sharing and mutual growth. As you practice together, you'll naturally exchange insights and experiences, enriching everyone's journey. These shared moments deepen your understanding of breathwork and its transformative potential. When we breathe together, we elevate not just ourselves, but those around us. As your group breathes together, the effects ripple into the world around you. People notice the energy shift, inviting them to join. Animals become calm in your presence, and nature seems to flourish. This is the power of conscious breath. It transcends personal experience and brings harmony to the collective and the environment. Breath circles become sacred spaces for sharing and support. In these circles, you can explore deeper concepts and practices while feeling the amplified energy of community. Each person brings their unique energy, and together you create a dynamic field of connection that enhances everyone's experience. Celebrating your collective journey becomes a powerful affirmation of transformation. Community events allow you to honor the work you've done together, share stories, and inspire others to join the revolution. These gatherings reinforce the bonds you've formed and create a sense of belonging, reminding you that you are not alone on this path. Collective intention setting amplifies personal intentions, creating a shared vision for the future. This practice deepens trust and connection within the community, enhancing the collective energy. As you visualize together, your intentions merge, creating a powerful force that can ripple out into the world and manifest extraordinary changes. The breath revolution transcends borders, cultural differences, and time. As communities around the world begin to embrace consciousness through breath, a global network of healing and transformation emerges. This isn't just about individual change. It's a collective awakening that recognizes our interdependence and shared humanity. The breath revolution becomes a legacy for future generations. As you embody these practices, you create a ripple effect that inspires those around you. Friends, family, children, this is not just about personal transformation. It's about nurturing a culture of awareness, connection, and empowerment that will thrive long after our time. Together, we can ensure that the wisdom of breath remains alive for all who come after us. Your journey does not end here. It is only the beginning. With each breath, you have the power to create change, not just within yourself, but in the world around you. As you step forward, remember that you carry the legacy of the breath revolution within you. The power is yours to share, to teach, and to inspire others to join this journey of awakening. Embrace the adventure, for it starts with your next conscious breath. And so, the cycle continues. Each breath, a moment of connection, a moment of choice. Each exhale, a release of what no longer serves. Each inhale, an invitation to embrace potential. Together, we breathe, we transform, and we rise. Welcome to the Breath Revolution, a movement of awakening, connection, and empowerment that begins and ends with the simple act of breathing. As you reach this point in your journey, take a moment to reflect on how far you've come. What challenges have you faced? What breakthroughs have you experienced? Each breath has been a step forward in your transformation. an opportunity to reclaim your power and reconnect with your true self. Reflecting on your journey is essential for understanding the depth of your growth. Throughout these 40 days, you've experienced profound internal changes. Your heart and mind are beginning to synchronize, creating a harmonious state that enhances your emotional resilience and mental clarity. Each breath has been a building block in this transformation, allowing you to release old patterns and embrace new possibilities. This integration is the essence of personal mastery. One of the most powerful aspects of your journey is cultivating emotional resilience. Instead of pushing away difficult emotions, you learn to embrace them fully. Your breath becomes a tool for transformation, allowing you to sit with discomfort, breathe through it, and ultimately transmute it into strength. This practice fosters deep self-compassion and understanding. Self-compassion is the foundation of your journey. As you learn to breathe through your emotions, you also cultivate kindness toward yourself. This practice allows you to step out of judgment and into acceptance, recognizing that you are a work in progress. Just as you would comfort a friend, allow yourself the same grace. Your breath becomes a bridge to deeper self-connection and healing. Your breath is a powerful catalyst for creativity. As you engage in breath practices, you open channels of inspiration that may have previously felt blocked. The flow of energy generated through conscious breathing ignites your imagination and allows new ideas to emerge. This is where the magic happens, where breath meets creativity, unlocking boundless potential. As you approach the end of your 40-day journey, notice how breathing techniques begin to weave into the fabric of your daily life. No longer relegated to a separate practice, your breath becomes a natural part of how you navigate each moment. This integration creates a profound shift in your overall well-being, leading to increased energy, focus, and connection throughout your day. One of the most profound gifts of this journey is the opportunity to release emotional baggage. Your breath serves as a powerful tool for breaking free from the chains of past traumas and limiting beliefs. Each conscious breath helps dissolve these barriers, allowing you to step into a more liberated version of yourself. Embrace this freedom as it unfolds. It's a testament to your growth and resilience. As you integrate breath practices, clarity of purpose emerges. Each breath becomes an affirmation of your unique mission and the impact you wish to have in the world. This newfound alignment empowers you to pursue your aspirations with renewed energy and focus. Your breath is a reminder of your potential and the path to your highest self. The journey doesn't end here. Each breath you take opens new paths and possibilities, each choice leading you closer to your dreams. The commitment to continue practicing and growing is essential, creating a foundation for ongoing transformation. Trust that your breath will guide you forward as you step into the future you envision. As you complete this chapter of your journey, remember that your breath connects you to all living beings. Each inhalation is an invitation to unity and shared experience, and each exhalation releases the barriers that separate us. This is the essence of the breath revolution, a movement towards healing, connection, and empowerment for all. You are not alone. You are part of a greater whole.